Hello fellow miners, my name is Elise Neethling, and if you have spent too many hours in forums and chats looking for the right operating system, or if you're still mining on Windows, this review is for you. I've recently had the great fortune of being invited to be part of an awesome beta mining operating system called mmpOS, which I like very much because it's very easy and informative. Installing and adding your rigs are very easy. It's Ubuntu based, so it's very stable. Its awesome web console does basically everything, including a very intuitive click and choose miner config, full of meaningful info, and even the SSH console has awesome features, which I'll take you through. Well, let's get to it. Okay, so this is not a how-to guide, so I'm basically just going to be doing a review of the web console and the SSH console. Here we have the dashboard. Dashboard gives you lots of information. We've got some hash rates, average hash rates over the past couple of days, so a little bit of historical information. If it was live, you'd have some pricing information over here. You also have some notifications. Awesome. You can acknowledge them or mark them as read. These notifications also come through on a Telegram bot if you subscribe to Telegram. Find it very handy if I'm not at home. Let's look at some others. Wallets, exactly what you would expect it to be. This is where you enter your wallet information. Allows for easier setup a little bit later. You've got your pools, which you can set up, your preferred pools. Quite an intuitive screen that you're working through, choosing which coin, etc. Your wallet information, where you're connecting to, how you're connecting. So you can set up quite a couple of pools, which allows for easy switching at a later stage. Under miner profiles, I'm now here under mining profiles. You set up your profile that you want to use, which includes some basics, which profile it is, what coin you're mining, which miner you're actually using, and which pool you'd like to use. Under the advanced, we can still go into our normal command line driven or command details that you want to put in. Once I've installed or downloaded the image, it's very easy to install and connect your rig to your console, to your web console. It provides either a code access or an IP address access. Once you've provided that, after you've uploaded or booted from your USB disk, your rig will show up here in rigs. Nice information over here as well. You can disable your miner, as you can see, which we don't want to do right now. Other information available, some charts, in which you can see some performance of your GPUs, as well as some temperature stuff. So for example, over there, I can see what my hash rate was per GPU. So there's some X and Y axis information missing here, which I'm sure will be added soon. Over here, I'm looking at temperature information. Okay, you can see there's a date and a time as well, so you can correlate that to the date and time. I've got some fan information. Quite handy if you want to see a little bit backwards. I've got some configurations that you can do. Okay. We've got a system watchdog that we can enable. Very, very handy to have. Some default miner configuration. I've chosen they must manage my fans, minimum fan speed, some temperatures, a GPU configuration. I've got some overclocking GPU via agent, which is an awesome setting to have, awesome feature to have. When you click on your rig and you go into some more details on your rig, you can see some live information, when last your rig was seen, agent version. I seem to be a little bit behind. I'm using an old version, I need to update. We'll try that just now. Your IP address information, your profile that you're using, and your version that you're using, how long your uptime has been. System health information gives you information about your GPUs, temperature and fan speed as current, very handy to have. And what I find astounding is under system, for each GPU you can see your settings, your hash settings, as well as your wattage and your voltage. It's not something that you see very often. In fact, I've never seen it before. Cool. Let's have a look at SSH. As I said before, this is not a how-to guide, so I've already logged on and got running. The first thing I want to show you is a feature called Help Me. If you type Help Me, you get a list of useful commands with a description of what it does. Miner, we'll go through in a couple of seconds. Debug Me, we'll do that at the end. ATI Flash, how to manage your BIOS, etc, etc. Forced Reboot, FRB, awesome stuff. MMP Update, very handy, because not only does it update your software, it also updates your kernel, so you don't have to re-image your kernel or your USB stick every time you update. We've got System Reset, soft and hard. Soft System Reset remembers your stuff so that your rig will still connect to the web console. Hard System Reset erases that, but it's easy enough to connect, as we figured out before. Let's see if I can do an update. Sure. Thank goodness we've got fast forward, but that didn't take too long. Cool, where were we? Help me. Okay, we were doing, yes, we did the update. What I'd also like to do is I'd just like to have a look at what Debug Me does. Okay. Debug rig and print paste bin URL. Let's go see. Copy. Ho ho. All of your information. Obviously detailed debug information. This is very, very cool. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. Mind you, let's have a look at Miner. Okay, so your Miner screen is divided into 3 thirds. The top third tells you stuff about your GPUs, information basically that we've just seen, temperatures, fan speeds, etc. Second window tells you stuff about, there we go, system information, what the system is doing, checking for changes, fan speeds have been changed. The third gives you your typical miner information. So this is my Phoenix miner, and this is your typical Phoenix miner information. Cool. You can edit it, what you want to see. These guys are quite awesome and very passionate. They have many ties in the mining community, they know what we need, and they have far more technical expertise than I could ever dream of having. In this beta testing phase that we're currently in, they respond very quickly to questions and queries. I predict that their live support service will be even better than their beta service. To connect or to find out more about this mining operating system, subscribe or talk to me in the comments. I hope you had fun and found this informative.